Hi Libra, this is Just with your June 24th, 2019 weekly reading. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. So Libra, I get yes and no's. So if you are starting a process, interviewing process, you may get a yes and then you get a no, or you may hear a no straight away, that they're not interested. That they're going with a different candidate, okay? But don't fret, because if you're still being diligent and you're putting your resumes out there and you're casting your net wide and keeping your options open, by next week or the end of this week, you'll get a yes. You'll get some interest in your resume. People will be wanting to contact you. For those of you who work in consulting of any way, where there's one-to-one consultation or type of service that you provide to people, where it has to do with consulting, even if it has to do with event planning, where you work behind the scenes, anything that you work behind the scenes, or you have to deal with people one-on-one, your business will increase in revenue during this Mercury and Gemini season. So it goes in and out of Mercury, and you'll find that once it's in Gemini season and not once it's in Gemini and it's not going into Cancer, that your revenue increase, okay? At a rapid pace, okay? So use this energy for your advantage. I see that some of you are either decorating your home in secret. Some of you will be moving in silence. So you're moving, you're not telling anyone. You're keeping it a secret, or you're decorating your home. And you may be having a home, like a housewarming party, and you're getting everything prepared for this housewarming. So when people come, they're going to be amazed at how much you've gotten done in the small period of time of you moving in. Even if you've been there for quite some time, some of you could be saying, hey, I'm starting something new. I have my new home, or I've done all of these new things to my home. Come over. I would love for you to see it. But for now, you're kind of like getting all of the pieces together behind the scenes is what it looks like. I see this week will be a challenge of you kind of not being a fall guy. Some of you, your challenge is to not go down with the ship, not allowing your agitation, arguments, frustrations, fallouts with people to get the best of you, and to know when to cut your losses. Know that you've done all that you can do and that it's time for you to move on. That may be a bit of a challenge for you, because I see that some of you may be trying to make amends with people that may not even be stable. Like this person or people in your life, especially if you're in a work dynamic. For others of you, it'll be different, but in a work dynamic, you may be trying to make peace with people that you may have had problems with. And that's going to be a challenge for you. These people don't want to make peace with you. They don't want to be your friend. They're not going to see it your way. They won't accept your apology. And you have to be okay with that. Possibly in the past, when things were at its heightened state, you may have said some things or done things that were unethically sound or hurtful to this person. And now that you kind of just want bygones to be bygones, this person is not as available to receive you, okay? So just accept that for what that is for some of you. I feel like if you're stumbled by that, you'll be okay by the end of the week. You'll be like, okay, fine. I don't have this friend anymore, or I'm not friends with that group. I'm just going to make a new path or a new way forward for myself, okay? Career looks pretty stable for you guys. Again, trying to beat a dead horse, or trying to put too much effort in something that you know isn't going to yield you any results, that needs to be put aside for now. I see at the end of the week, you're letting go of hangups. You're letting go of issues. Some of you may even pay out some money because you're starting a new business. You're starting something new in your life, and you're going to be really good at it. You'll find that you have everything that it takes to get you where you want to be. If you've had, like I said, any discord, you're going to either cut your losses and move forward and be glad that you did. I see that more being the outcome of cutting your losses and moving forward, no longer hanging on to a situation either. There may be an opportunity to bridge a gap between you and another person. Make sure that if it's the other person trying to bridge a gap with you, make sure that you're not being manipulated. Make sure that, equal sides are getting something out of the circumstance, right? So it's not like someone's coming back into your life because there's something that they can get out of you. I see for some of you, you may be preparing your home for a wedding. So you may be offering your home for someone to have their reception there or their wedding there. Some of you, I do see counsel. So you may be having to be the listening ear to a girlfriend or a friend who is going through an emotional turmoil because of a breakup. And it's like it's clear to you what needs to be done, but it's obviously not very clear to them what needs to happen. And they may be trying to disconnect from someone. I don't feel like this is you. For some of you, this isn't you. You're trying to disconnect from a person, but it's very hard for them to stay away from someone. So you may be that listening ear and that voice of reason to kind of help them get on the other side of this trial that they're going through. Now, others of you, I have to tell you, some of you, you may have learned about a person's character, their bad behavior or their inconsistencies, unstable behavior. Some things about this particular person came very clear to you, but you're keeping it to yourself. It's like, okay, you're a player, noted. I know how to deal with you. Or I thought I could depend on you. No, I can't. Now I know. It's like now you know how to deal with someone. And although you've made a very clear-cut decision in how you're going to move forward, whether it be cut them off, not deal with them anymore and just move on, or deal with them but with a long-handed spoon, know that you're always going to have to kind of make sure that everything stays even. It's killing you inside. Some of you cutting off someone, you're standing by that decision, but you are all, bent out of shape about it. You're a nervous wreck. You're an emotional wreck. And it's a lot because this person has a major effect on you. When they come around, they stir your emotions. Right now, it seems like you don't want to have anything to do with this person. And for some of you, you may not be hearing from them. Like they're taking the hands-off approach. They're not approaching you. Someone may be, again, just trying to patronize you. You may be dealing with a player, someone who is very emotionally manipulating. It's like you guys are aware of it, and you may have found yourself in a secular pattern with someone where they've done something wrong, but you don't want it to end, so you try to come to a compromising resolve, even though it's like they're dirty and you probably shouldn't be around this person. Meaning dirty when I say like they've done things that are not ethically sound, or they've done dirt to, or they've just done dirt to you, and you shouldn't give this person the time of day. Your emotions is wrapped up in them, and they really do affect you. And so some of you secretly know that someone's cheating on you. You secretly know that someone is hiding things, but you're keeping it to yourself. You're not saying anything. Some of you are trying to move yourself in silence. Like you want the situation to be over. You're trying to move out. You're trying to get your ducks in a row. You're not telling them. You don't want any drama. And it's like by week's end, you'll be able to do that. You'll have your apartment. You'll have your place. You'll be able to move on. You can finally let this situation go. Let this person go, because the arguments aren't going to stop. What all you've put in, you don't see the return on your investment. And there's so much more waiting for you. It's like karma is stepping in right now, closing a cycle. It's karmically divine for a cycle to stop, the cycle to close. And this new thing starts. And by the end of the week, going into next week, this new thing takes off. Like it starts and it completely takes off for you. And so you won't, I feel like however you're feeling now emotionally, challenged, you won't feel that way as time goes on. You're going to be embracing this new beginning, and you'll be really happy with the results and how things are panning out for you guys. So, always Libra usually has, in my opinion, one of the better readings. Typically, you guys have really good readings. And the advice here is for you to, even though you've been left out in the cold, and I feel like I just said this another sign, but even though you've been left out in the cold, or someone, you've left someone else out in the cold, there's an ending to the fighting, right? And so maybe the advice here is to really go your separate ways for some of you. Others of you, it's like someone has to go. You both can't stay for some of you. Or the way things were, it's going to change. It's not going to be the same. And can you exist in that change? Yes, but it has to be redefined for you both. And it has to be, I keep getting equilibrium. It has to be equal, not where someone is getting the upper hand of the other person. not where someone's dragging the other person down, but it has to be equal. And I feel like because someone out of the two of you realize that I'm being dragged down, you're dragging me down, someone's going to leave. They're going to leave because, and at that point, it won't be any more drama. It won't be any more fighting, but there may be a coming back together and having some form of a communication, conversation, but it's like we're better apart because staying together, if I continue to stay with you, I don't know what else I'm going to find out. If I continue to stay with you, I'm only going to continue to get more and more hurt, and I'll be bitter and resentful, and it's not going to be a good thing. And karma is here, and, fate is here to change things anyway, and it's going to change it quite rapidly. For others of you, someone wants you, and they're going to do everything that it takes to get you. And for some of you, if you've been holding back from someone for quite some time, by the end of the week, you will give in to your desires, or you're going to give in to this person, and you're going to, start something with them. And I do feel like it may consummate in like intimacy between you and another person by the end of the week, because some of you are just approaching life in a very fun, new sort of way. You're not putting too much credence on it. You're not thinking too hard about it. You're just enjoying it as it comes. And I get serendipity energy that comes out of the blue, but it has very positive results for you guys. And I see that it's really going to be a fun time for you, Libras, especially as we get closer to the end of the week. Really special time, really fun time for you. If you're single, it's a great time to get out there and mingle. You definitely can meet someone karmically now that takes you to the next level and when it comes to love. And they come in really fast. And you may feel like this is a whirlwind. Like, we met yesterday and already, we're talking about taking a trip. We're talking about, living together. It's just taking off really quickly. Others of you, I see really strongly here that someone's trying to apologize. The other person isn't necessarily willing to accept the apology. Some of you, it's like somebody is going to be telling you about a secret. They're going to tell you a secret, or you're going to find something out. Some of you may get a reading done and you find something out that you didn't expect to hear, but there's some type of a secret that becomes known. Okay. It could be through, again, listening to tarot readings. It could be through getting a reading. It could be just through your intuitive nature. Okay. That things hidden become unearthed now. And just off of that, you will say no. You're going to tell a person no because you found out A, B, and C of what's really going on. So there's some things that you don't know that's about to come out that I feel is going to change however you were moving forward with a particular person. Some of you may find out this week that someone's married. Some of you may find out that someone is a complete player. Right? Some of you may give into it and say, okay, well, yeah, he's married or they're married, but they're getting out of it. And it's like, it's not what you think that it is. Whatever you've been told, there's far more to the story than what you're being told. Okay. Someone maybe tell you that, yeah, I'm still married and yeah, we were living together, but I'm trying to get out of that marriage. I'm moving out of there. I just moved out of there and she doesn't want me anymore and I don't want her, even though there's some skewedness with that information. So they may still want the person and the person doesn't want them. That's what they're not telling you. They may be trying to get back home, but they're telling you that they're trying to get out of the house or they've just left, even though they were kicked out and they can't get back home. So there's some finagling, I feel, that's going on here. And some of you may, because you don't want to be single anymore, you kind of have a good rapport with this person, you may go ahead. Others of you, if this is your reality, meaning you found out some cheating, you found out some things that were less than honest in a person, it's like you're moving forward on your own. And with you moving forward on your own, like you're finding great new beginnings. Like you're happy. You may, again, you get out of one thing and like, bam, you're right back into something else and it's going really fast. It's that kind of thing where it's like you're in a relationship with someone, you've been with them for 10 years. You guys never had children. The relationship never really took off the way you wanted it to. You accept the reality because some things have come out that you can't forgive, and you're moving on. And it's like, bam, you meet the person, and in a year's time, you meet them, you get married to them, you move in together, you have a baby. Like, your life changed that fast. It's like one of those things that can happen for you guys. It's like fated new beginnings that's coming in, that's going to change your life drastically in a really fast sort of way. So in the extended, guys, we're going to look at this relationship and find out if this is someone new coming into your life and how they're going to be approaching you. What's going to happen in the outcome with this particular person? If this is someone from your past, because I definitely see someone coming back and fighting for you, and they know exactly what to do to get you back to them again. How's this going to work out? Is this person trustworthy? What are their feelings about you? What's the challenges that you guys are going to be facing? And overall, how's it all going to work out for you? If you're interested in that as well as others, click the link below and we can get started with that. Otherwise, I would love to hear from you Libras out there. Let me know, how does this resonate for you guys? And if you would like something personal with me, I can be reached in the beginning and into this video. And if you guys are new to this channel, well, welcome and subscribe, because I will be back very soon with another one. Take care, Libra.